Have you ever wondered what the most successful individuals have in common when it comes to setting and achieving goals? Well, in this video, I'm going to share a 7-step system for setting goals that consistently delivers remarkable results. I call this system the results roadmap, and it's a step-by-step blueprint that will empower you to set and achieve your goals with guaranteed success. I've used this system myself to deliver multi-million dollar transformation projects, and I've coached professional project managers to use the system to deliver all manner of business critical goals and projects. It's battle tested and it works. Let's get started. So the first step in your goal setting and achieving process is to be able to resonate with your vision. It all begins with having a really crystal clear vision. And this is the foundational step in goal setting that many people miss. But here's the key. Your vision must align with your core values. What do you want to achieve? And why does it matter to you? Your vision should be deeply meaningful to you. And you don't just want to set goals, you want to set the right goals for you. So start with the end in mind. Write down your resonant vision in detail and don't hold back. The more you can articulate your dream, the more real it becomes. The more it aligns with your values, the more it becomes a driving force for you. Now, the best method I've used for capturing your vision is called the vivid vision technique. And it's a lot simpler than it sounds, basically. Imagine your life in vivid detail, as if you've already achieved your goals. So close your eyes and visualize every aspect, where you are, who you're with, what you're doing, and most importantly, how you feel once you've achieved your goals. Now, bring this vision to life by putting pen to paper. Write it down. Right? Writing it down is absolutely vital. And it's the key here is to be specific. Describe your vision with all the vivid details that I talked about. And the more specific you are, the more powerful it becomes. And they do recommend, that engage all your senses, appeal to your senses. How does the success of your goals feel, smell, taste, sound, and look in your envisioned future? And another tip is to use the present tense. Write it down as if your vision is happening right now. This helps to create a sense of immediacy and belief. All right, so moving on to step 2 in our goal setting and goal achieving process, we're going to set explicit goals. So you've captured your overarching vision in step 1. It's now time to break that vision down into explicit and very specific goals. And the key in this step is to make your vision tangible and achievable. Ask yourself, what specific actions can I take to move closer to my vision? Set clear, measurable, and time-bound goals that align with your vision. And a very common mistake people make is being too vague. Setting goals like get fit or earn more money without defining the specifics. So you have to be very explicit. Define those measurable outcomes, like so in that example, exercise for 30 minutes daily, or increase my monthly income by X percent. And another mistake people often make is, and I'm guilty of this as well, is setting over-ambitious goals, over-ambitious targets. Setting goals that are too ambitious without considering the feasibility or considering it enough. So by all means, ensure your goals are challenging, but make sure they're attainable as well. Break down the larger goals into smaller, more manageable steps. And make sure to set a timeline for achieving goals. Everything has to be time boxed, right? So that you've got a timeline around it and deadlines associated with each goal. This creates a sense of urgency, and it really helps in effective planning. So it'll help us in the future steps. And don't make the mistake of neglecting your personal values. Ensure, as I've said with your vision, ensure that your goals also resonate with your values and contribute to your overall vision for your success. So, like I said, I recommend dividing larger goals into smaller, achievable tasks, and this makes progress more manageable and more measurable. And I'll give you some more tips on how to do this in a later step. So, step three in our goal setting and goal achieving process is to strategically prioritize your goals. So, now you've crafted your vision and your goals. The remaining steps in our results system are all about helping to make sure you achieve your goals. And one of the most common reasons for people failing to hit their goals is simply having too many of them. And of course, the solution is simple: have less goals and prioritize the ones you have. But how best to do that? Well, there are a couple of techniques that I've found particularly good for prioritizing goals, and they're both simple and they're easy to implement. Now, the first one is Warren Buffett's two-list strategy. Now, Buffett is familiar to, and he's obviously a legend in the investment world, but he's also given us a really nifty goals technique. Buffett's technique is really simple, but it is powerful. So let's say you have 12 goals. Yeah. Now, you force rank all 12 goals in order. Yeah. And the order you put them in is your personal choice. It might be based on importance or urgency or benefits or some combination of criteria. Yeah. Well, now, once you've got them in a ranked forced order, you circle the top 5 goals, and these become your primary focus. And the remaining 7 goals, you just avoid them at all costs until the first 5 are achieved. And the beauty of this system is that it sharpens your focus and it prevents dilution of efforts. Yeah. Another prioritization approach is to create what's called an impact effort matrix. And that sounds more complicated than it actually is, right? This technique just involves plotting your goals on a matrix based on their potential impact and the effort required. And then you prioritize goals in the quadrant. So you've got high impact, low effort. So that's quick wins with significant impact, if you like. You've got high impact and high effort. So strategic long-term goals that are worth the investment. You've got low impact, low effort. So you might consider for later or delegate those. And then you've got low impact and high effort, right? So possibly reevaluate the necessity for that goal or just defer it. Yeah? Now, obviously, you'll need to regularly review your priorities and adjust as circumstances evolve. These are quite specialized techniques, but they do help to elevate your goal prioritization game and ensure that your efforts align with your most impactful goals. Step 4 in our goal setting and goal achieving process, I've called understanding the roadmap milestones. Uh, Big goals can feel intimidating. So we want to break them down into smaller, manageable, what I call milestones. And then they become much more achievable. So if you can imagine creating a detailed roadmap with milestones is like having a GPS for your goals. It, it gives you clear directions and milestones, ensuring that you stay on the right path. So you start by breaking down your overarching goals into smaller, manageable milestones. And each milestone should represent a significant step towards your destination. So here's how you can implement this milestone mapping technique. All right. First off, identify the key milestones. Um, like outline the major checkpoints is another way of saying milestones on your journey. Yeah. Uh, these achievements will lead you closer to your goal. And then sequence the steps, like arrange the milestones in a logical order. What needs to happen first and second, and so on. Yeah. So sequencing like that will ensure that you've got a smooth flow towards your goals and a logical progression. Yeah. And as I've said, and I'll stress many times, be specific. Clearly define each milestone. The more specific, the easier it is to measure your progress and set realistic timelines. Yeah. This helps, as I've said, with helping with planning and if you have to assign resources, it helps with resource allocation. Yeah. And as you reach each milestone in your goals, celebrate it, right? That helps to boost motivation and it keeps you energized. Right? Step 5 in our goal setting and achieving process is to lay out your action plan. So now you have your roadmap and your key milestones. We're going to create a detailed action plan. And this plan will be the key to your success. But there's a couple of important twists with this planning process that will really elevate your level of success and your productivity. Firstly, I'm going to suggest that you use an agile planning approach. Yeah. And agile planning is a much more dynamic approach that will really help with flexibility and making your plan adaptable. So if you're not familiar with agile, here's some techniques to will really help to supercharge your action plan. So First, first off, incorporate sprints. And sprints are just time boxed periods, right? So divide your action plan into short, focused periods, right? Each sprint has specific goals and tasks, allowing for that will enable you to have frequent assessment and adjustments. And the length of your sprints can be anything from 1 to 4 weeks. 2 weeks I've found works best in most cases. Right? And the other thing I suggest is to use Kanban boards. Um, Create a visual representation of your tasks for that sprint with a Kanban board. Yeah? I won't suggest any particular tool. There are lots of them, but whichever tool you use, it will help you to visualize the workflow, manage your work in progress, and adapt your plan as needed. And the other key thing that I've taken from the Agile framework is to have regular reviews. Agile calls them retrospectives, but in essence, it's a review. So schedule and actually schedule in regular retrospectives so that you can reflect on what's working and what could be improved. And this gives you a continuous feedback loop and ensures that you've got ongoing optimization of your action plan. So when you lay out your action plan with the agility of agile planning, you'll be better equipped to navigate the twists and turns of your goal journey. Now, my second tip for success when it comes to your action plan will absolutely put you in the top 1% of all people running a business. And it's actually super simple. This one simple step will mean you avoid the pitfalls of distractions and overwhelm that derail your plan or derail lots of plans and can make you less productive. So the way to avoid all of that is to plan out your day. I told you it was simple, right? At the start of each day, plan out what you're going to work on that day, ensuring that the activities and tasks are supporting the achievement of your goals. Write it down and stick to it. Get into the habit of being focused and disciplined with your daily plan, and it's really surprising how fast you'll progress towards your goals. Step 6 in our goal setting and achieving process is about tracking and adjusting. And the analogy I like to use for this step is that of a pilot flying a plane. You've probably heard of the 1 in 60 rule in aviation. And it basically states that after every 60 nautical miles, the plane will be off course by 1 nautical mile. Um, of course, the pilots will plot the course to the destination before takeoff, but in order to ensure they reach their destination, they must regularly check for deviations from their path and adjust accordingly. And in the same way, just as a pilot adjusts the course during a flight, you also need to fine tune your trajectory on the road to your goals. And the best way to do this, and I've touched on this already, is to conduct regular reviews to assess your progress. Are you on course, or do adjustments need to be made? Okay? So these regular reviews, they serve as your dashboard, giving you real-time insights into the health of your goal flight. Work out your KPIs, your key performance indicators. Like consider KPIs as your navigation instruments. They tell you how high you're flying, your speed, and whether you're veering off course. So monitoring these indicators should provide a clear picture of your performance and help you to make informed decisions. And the other thing I would absolutely recommend is having feedback loops. So have feedback loops within your team if you're working with a team or with mentors and advisors. is having that external perspectives can really help to uncover blind spots and offer you valuable insights for improvement. So, in the same, in the same analogy, if like a pilot communicates with air traffic control, uh, you can establish feedback loops with your team or your mentors. Yeah? And uh, these external perspectives act as your ground control, if you like, offering guidance and insights to ensure a successful and safe journey. Yeah. Now, pilots have strategies, predefined strategies for unexpected scenarios. And similarly, in goal pursuit and goal achieving, you have to have clear strategies for course correction. So if turbulence arises, knowing how to adjust ensures a smoother journey towards your goals. So I really encourage you to have predefined strategies for course correction. If you notice deviations from your plan, knowing in advance how you're going to adjust can keep you agile and make you more responsive. So overall, incorporating these best practices into your tracking and adjusting process, you will ensure that your journey remains dynamic and you're responding quickly when adjustments are required. Okay, so moving on to step 7 in our goal setting and achieving process. This step I've called success insights. I should really have called it failure insights, but I needed an S at the end for my results system. Um, anyway, I'm a strong believer that we cannot grow, we cannot improve as individuals or as a business unless we're prepared to learn from our failures. So at the end of each goal, take time to reflect on setbacks and failures. What went wrong? What could or should be done differently next time? Ultimately, this is about mindset. Once we embrace failure as feedback and as an opportunity to learn and improve, we can turn failures into successes. Right? Your lessons learned contain insights that can enhance your future performance, but you have to do it. Your mindset should be looking for continuous improvement because these small incremental adjustments they can lead to significant enhancements over time. Once you take your missed goals, your mistakes and failures, and you fuse them with continuous improvement mindset, then you have a very powerful process that will enable you to adapt quickly and achieve every goal you set. So there you have it, the 7-step method for setting goals that consistently delivers results. And I hope it really helps you to achieve your goals. Test it out, and I would love to hear your feedback. Please like this video if you liked the video, and subscribe if you want to be updated about future videos. I'll also add links to some resources below the video that I would think will help you, so please check the descriptions and comments below. Thanks for watching. Good luck with setting and achieving your goals, and I'll connect with you in the next video.